Welcome to Live Trading, going over today's SPY recap and live analysis before going over what to be watching into tomorrow. So first thing here in the morning that I explained in the pre-market brief for Discord members was to be watching for the continuation of this inverse cup and handle right here. You can see within the green and purple, and to be watching for this head and shoulder. Now we opened right here, there was an initial spike to this key level right here as well that we could not break above yesterday. You see with all of those wicks right there, and we were able to form that head and shoulder. Now with this, you can see how we once again form another inverse cup with this handle with the green and purple right there, and you see how there is that head and shoulder once again. However, we cannot break below this level right here. You see all of the support that we started to form right here, and at the end of the day got this late day rally. Now we will go over this later, but you can see we are still within this yellow algorithm right here along with the blue, and if we do not break down, you can see how we may possibly be forming this right here up to this 5-day moving average, but our 20-day is also getting close as well, so you have to pay attention to that. So now here on the 1-minute chart, going over the microstructure and algorithms here off of the open, you can see how we have this white algorithm right here as well as this green, and it forms this head and shoulder right here. Now with that head and shoulder, you can see we have this inverse cup as well. Once again, for the handle is this white algorithm. Now we don't break down right here as we are within this blue algorithm and the yellow controlled selling, and you have to be paying attention to how we can start to form this right here, grabbing that liquidity back to the upside, which we do. We close that cup right here, and within the yellow and blue algorithm form that inverse head and shoulder and get this move to the upside. Now I explained that if you were looking to short this on the way up right here, you have to be looking for this head and shoulder to form, right? You can see how it starts to form up here. Big candle down, and we start to form this inverse cup once again, right? You see within that green and white algorithm, we form that head and shoulder. Now when we close this inverse cup, same thing, we have this white algorithm right here, and we start to form that head and shoulder once again to the downside, inverse cup, and when it's time for the handle, we do not form that, get another bounce. Now I also explained here on the 30-minute chart with this key level, right, that you have to be paying attention to this head and shoulder that can start to form off of it right there. But if we do want to head up, be paying attention to this inverse head and shoulder that can be forming right there, but we need to regain this level, close that cup, right, and break out of that blue as well as this 5-day moving average and close the cup at that level again. And if we want to head up, right, this could start to form. Right here I explained that if you are looking to short this off of this inverse cup, because this handle had not formed that shoulder here yet, you have to be paying attention to that shoulder. So right here, if you're looking for that, we need to be forming that head and shoulder. You can see we bounce off of that support right here and begin forming that inverse head and shoulder up within the blue and yellow algorithm, and do not close once again another inverse cup right here and break below this level that we need to. Now, I explained that if we were going to the upside, be looking for this cup right here that you can see starting to close and above this pink level. Now you see how we form with that blue and yellow controlled selling right here, this inverse head and shoulder as well as that cup and handle once again within that blue. Now we're unable to close the cup fully and continue to see this blue and yellow controlled selling as well as the 5-day moving average that was up here. Now with us unable to close this cup right here, you can also see how we are tapering within this pink, and you start to see this head and shoulder forming right here, right, this larger one as well as that inverse cup and handle that I explained you have to be paying attention to. If you are looking for this to the downside, be paying attention to all of this liquidity and for this inverse cup to close, which it does once again, and there is your handle for another move down. Now with this right here on the 30-minute chart, this is what I explained you had to be seeing, right? You can see this inverse cup. Now be paying attention to that handle, right? And you see how we formed that head and shoulder right there. But if you were looking to the upside, I explained that we need to still break above this key level right here, right? You need to be seeing us form this cup right here and then get above that level. Now, with this inverse cup that we did close right here, I explained that you have to be paying attention for this handle, right? If we did want to break down, be looking for this to form right here. You can see that we did not even close this inverse cup, and that handle right there never forms to take us down, and we just remain within this for the rest of the day right here. Now, with this right here, as I said, we remained within the entire rest of the day. I walked away after seeing this. I was done and called it, but you can see here how there was this move towards the end of the day. Now, we'll talk about how this can form tomorrow. We do have job reports and what to be looking for if we do start heading up. Otherwise, if we do want to start breaking down below this key level right here. So now going over what to be watching tomorrow, you can see, right, that if we do continue to hold this level, be paying attention to this inverse head and shoulder. And if we do want to start breaking above this, closing this cup right here, pay attention to that along with this 5-day moving average with the blue and yellow algorithm. We could start to head up and close the cup back at this level. Otherwise, pay attention, as I explained, with this 20-day moving average below right here and how we are below the 5-day moving average. If we do want to be forming this inverse cup and handle, pay attention to that within this green and white algorithm. And if we start breaking below, you can see how we can start to grab this liquidity right here on the way down, right? A couple of levels to pay attention to. First one will be this 20, and then if we lose the 20, you can see how this larger inverse cup can close right here. So as I'm talking about these two moving averages right here, pay attention as we are between them right here. And when that happens, right, there's going to be a big move. Pay attention for us to remain below the 5-day, continue closing this cup to the 20. And if we want to continue lower, need to lose the 20, and then ultimately for a sustained downtrend, see the 5 cross below the 20, and we can then look for a move down to the bottom Bollinger in the case that we start to close something like that. Now, in the morning, we do have some important news being non-farm payrolls, so we will probably open with a gap up or gap down. So in that case, I'm going to talk about a couple of situations, but you still do have to pay attention just before we do that to this flag right here. And if we do want to regain that 5-day moving average, you can see how this could be a bear trap right here. Everyone looking for this to head down, when in turn we could just head up right there if we regain the 5-day. So as I was saying, with if we open with a gap down or gap up, what to be watching in the case that we gap up tomorrow, still have to regain this 5-day moving average. Otherwise, pay attention for something like that. If they set an early trap, everyone looking for this to head up, but we can't regain the 5-day. Now, in the case that we gap down, pay attention if this 20-day becomes some form of support and we start to head back up like that. You can see how we'll have all of that liquidity. And if we do not want to continue heading down, closing this cup, that is all for the video, so thank you everyone for watching, and I will see members in the morning.